from our Firelight collection all hour long. Firelight lab-grown diamonds are red hot. You know, lab diamonds took a while to take hold. People didn't understand them at first, but now we know that these are chemically, physically, optically diamonds and high quality diamonds. In our Firelight brand, we have curated only top tier. So you're going to see 5 degrees of clarity higher than even our affinity diamonds from the earth. You're also going to see near colorless diamonds. But check this out. This is a 1 carat band ring with 5 glorious stones, and it is under $1,000. Just $999.95. This 5 stone band ring comes in either your choice of white or yellow, and it's solid gold. Now, with the price of gold being as high as it is, and it is at an all-time high, recently breaking $3,300 an ounce, it doesn't make much sense to, discount something from $1,250 down to $999. But when you are QVC and you have a second channel that can cater to a more boutique crowd, if you maybe just have a few dozen of something to treat our customers to, it is so worthwhile just to blow them out the door. See, this whole show, you're going to be seeing some incredible sale prices. And I want you to kind of virtually take a walk through our jewelry vault with me. When you go into our jewelry vault at QVC and QVC2, it almost looks like a bank vault. There are these long, skinny drawers, and they're as tall and as wide as you can see. And so each of these drawers can hold hundreds or even thousands of pieces of merchandise. When you get down to the final few dozen, you want to do a little house cleaning to get new merchandise in that drawer. It only makes sense. So why have the closet be a fraction full when we can stock back up and move these along? I have to tell you what, it is such a premium product, and the word is out that QVC really is the best place in the market to buy lab-grown diamonds. One of the big reasons for that, I believe, is that every diamond that goes through our process has been inspected by the Gemological Institute of America on your behalf. Oh my goodness. If one is good, yes, two could be better. You could put a big juicy solitaire between those two bands that you see. Again, if you wanted to buy two in the same color, you could use them as ring guards. But what a wedding band this would make in that perfect, elegant carat. Hey, I've got great news for you. If you've been budgeting for just a simple 1/2 carat diamond band, maybe a wedding band for your new set, you can now get twice as much, sometimes more than twice as much as you budgeted if you go lab grown instead. So I present both types of diamonds here at QVC. Earlier today at 5 p.m., we had an hour of affinity diamonds, which are diamonds from the earth. How do you know which one to buy? Because after all, they are all diamonds. Well, it really comes down to the story behind the diamond, doesn't it? You know, a lab-grown diamond starts with the seed of a diamond, and it is grown over time, and it's protected, kind of like sending the diamond off to private school. So because it's private and it's, protected and man-tended, it can grow into a finer product. Its chances of turning into a gemmy diamond are much higher than if they're in the ground. Diamonds from the earth are in the earth for 3.5 billion years on average, and a lot can happen to a little diamond in the ground for all that time. Plus, besides that, they come up to the top of the surface, so they're mineable, usually through volcanic activity, and it can be very chaotic and oftentimes can damage that natural commodity. So do you love the romanticism and the history of diamonds being in the belly of Mother Nature for 3.5 billion years? Then I'm going to steer you towards affinity. If you just want a bigger, bolder gob of diamonds, if you want the brightest diamond that you can afford to buy, then I'm going to take you home to Firelight. Personally, most of the folks I know and many of the hosts here, they buy both categories because you buy them kind of for different reasons. If you want an upgrade and you want a cleaner diamond, then I can't introduce you to any better band than the one you're looking at here. It is absolute perfection. Lab-grown diamonds and a nice weight, white round cut. So when you talk about diamonds, first you talk about the shape, and then you talk about the faceting. So the face-up shape on each of these diamonds is round, obviously. And then under the table, which is the top facet of that diamond, that's where the magic happens. That's where the lights, that's where the rainbows and the unicorns come from. It comes in the placement of the facets below the surface. On the girdle, on the pavilion, the kite facets that you see when you look at a diamond in diagram, for example. But the net result is the way the light returns to your eye, the brilliance of the product. And in Firelight, you get a more brilliant product because you have fewer inclusions. I say fewer because I think one of the misconceptions about lab-grown diamonds that's out there, and there are many of them actually, but one of the misconceptions is that they're always going to be perfect. That's not true, because in a lab situation, in the capsules that they grow, things can happen just like they can happen in Mother Nature, but the odds of them growing more perfectly are much better. They can grow faster, which is why they're so much less expensive than diamonds from the earth, but make no mistake about it, they are true diamonds 100% all the way. Here, let me give you an example of this. Firelight is our lab grown product. Mined diamonds, we call them affinity here, are in the right-hand column. They are both diamonds, check, check. They have the same physical, chemical, and optical properties. Why? Because they're both diamonds. They have the same composition, the same crystalline structure. They're both 10s on the Mohs rating scale. They're very scratch resistant, but one is grown in a laboratory and one is grown in the earth. I can tell you something for certain from the bottom of my heart. Neither product is simulated. These are not simulated. These are both real diamonds, whether you buy Affinity or whether you buy Firelight. So in order for something to be a simulated diamond, it just has to resemble a diamond in some way. When I was studying with the GIA, and I have my graduate certificates in both colored gemstones and diamonds, one of the questions I got wrong in my testing is a piece came through and we had to do our due diligence on it and take it through a series of tests. And my test said that it wasn't a diamond. And I couldn't really determine what it was. I thought maybe it was glass or plastic. Turns out the right answer on that test would have been simulated diamond, like a CZ. All it has to do is just slightly resemble a diamond, and it can be a diamond simulant. That piece that I missed on my test was actually a piece of aquarium gravel to tell you how hard it can be to discern some of these things. So I want you to know that I came to QVC as a diamond expert because I believe they are the best place in the world to shop for your diamond jewelry. Carefully curated, inspected by the GIA with no extra charge to you, so that I can tell you that they are VS plus clarity with excellent cuts. We are looking at near colorless quality. So hopefully that clears up some of the questions that you might have had. So the clarity, again, you see on the left-hand side, this is again from the Gemological Institute of America. We made the box red where our bottom is. So at the very least, they will be very slightly included, or better, closer to flawless. At the very least, your Firelight lab-grown diamonds will be near colorless or better, up in the colorless department. If you want colorless diamonds, we have a capsule collection within our Firelight inventory that features colorless diamonds. And you can drop me a note at hello@ursolidgold.com, and I'll tell you where those pieces are if you have an interest in it. But we feel that our Firelight lab-grown, our traditional curated collection is really, really superior because you can't tell the difference with the naked eye between colorless and near colorless. Some people just want the cachet of owning a colorless diamond, and I'm happy to help you with that. But you are going to be so pleased and so proud of these. I promise you that. Go ahead and read some of the reviews on our website and you'll be hooked. Well, that's the first of many things to come from our classic collection in Firelight lab-grown diamonds. It is J448689.